There we go. We're live.
Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to the Ice Den in Chandler on the East Rink. We're going to have a scrimmage here between the 15U Elite team and the 16U Combo team. These teams actually do play each other in league play, but this is just a scrimmage. Both of them had some practice times today, so joining together, this doesn't count in the standings. Welcome aboard, folks.
So, to bring everybody up to speed, the way this will work is 3 18-minute periods with an ice cut right at 150.
150 actual time,
Yeah, 150 actual time.
We got Bobcat combo, 16U combo in their home yellows, and then we have the elite team in the blue jerseys. And Shaq's got it now in the corner. Tried to hit Smith with it. Lagutin couldn't get to it, and here comes Olsen up the right side. He dumps it into the corner.
Kind of tripped over stripes there.
Yeah. Out of the reach of Oberle. And that's Lagutin, sends it up the right side. Cullen dumps it in, and Dawson now has it behind his own goal. Up to Olsen on the right side. He just tips it up into center ice. And 15U Elite team fires it in. I got to figure out what to call the two teams here.
Yeah, maybe just Elite.
Yeah, I guess I'll call them Elite. Elite fires it over the goal. We got Nabozny in goal for the combo team. And I believe that might be Jake Meyer down at the far end. And Elite team tried to hit their man up the middle. It's intercepted by Wong. Wong coming in on the right side. He still got it in the corner. Battling the boards there. Wahlberg in to help. Puck comes along. Wong picks it up. He's got Jessen back at the point. Luma picks it up inside. He backhands it back into the corner. Wahlberg in there. Tries to hit Wong in front. That failed to connect. And Elite team sends it around over the weak side. Bernard pinches in. He's able to keep it in the zone. Backhands it into the corner. And Elite now fires it up through the middle. That goes through some traffic, so there'll be no ice here. Lawrence in after it, and Bernard as well. Lawrence comes up with it on his backhand. Puts it back to Tenpenny. He fires it. That was tipped. Goes up over the glass into the netting. And we got changes coming up for both teams here. Face-off coming up to the left of Nabozny in the combo zone. Play just underway. No score. Bannon's in with Gardner and Stipe for the combo team. And Lindsay sends it around to Stipe. Stipe sends it back over to Lindsay. He's got Gardner up on the half boards. Tip to him. Gardner tried to put it through the middle. That's cleared out over the blue line. And Kuzajewski has it. That's intercepted by Bannon just outside the line. And that was brought in for an offside. Face-off will be coming outside the Elite blue line, just outside their bench. Bannon and Tenpenny in on the draw. Puck goes over to the weak side. Here come Elite. They fire it in. That goes off Smith's leg and behind the goal. Lindsay with it. Elite keeps it in. Lindsay bodies his man there. Sends it around. Smith picks it up in the corner. Tried to get it out to Stipe. He's got to turn back with it now. Passes it off the boards. Missed Lindsay. And Tenpenny tried to keep it in there. Gardner picked up by Elite. Coming right through the middle. Fired in. Nabozny the save. And he holds on as the puck bounced off his chest and into his glove. And we'll have a face-off coming up to his left.
So they're not keeping track of shots on goal in the rink, but I've got so far 3 on 0. I haven't counted any. Have you seen any? Did I miss any?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Elite misfire there. Watts gets it out over the blue line. That heads down the ice, and this is waved off. There'll be no icing. Gauthier back with it. Stewart in on the forecheck for the combo team. He's out there with Watts and Olsen. Letty now picks it up, fires it into the zone. I think that's Jake Meyer down there.
Yep, that's Jake Meyer.
Olsen with it in behind, comes back out, goes around the other side. And here comes the elite team now, come out the right side. Letty's back with Dawson. Cuts through the middle. Sends it in around behind, and his teammates were changing. Olsen's able to dump it down, and there it just makes it for icing. And we'll have a face-off coming back in the combo zone. To the right of Doug Nabozny. Oh, they now have shots on the board. I don't know if they're accurate. 2 and 2.
Oh, okay.
I think they probably just figured they'll just start them off 2 each. And now it's 3-2, and the puck hasn't dropped yet. Jessen now in behind his goal. Up to Luma. He gets checked there. Puck comes back to the point. Kept in, fired in, goes off a leg. Puck goes high, almost hits the rafters.
Yeah, I thought that was hitting it.
Elite sends it over to the left side. Puck goes in behind. Got Hartman with it there. Hartman sends it around behind the goal. Nobody there. Luma's going to pick it up. Puck comes loose, and Wong picks it up on his backhand. Puck comes around to Wahlberg. He's bumped there. Puck is loose. We're going to have a cross-checking penalty, I think, or they're sending both of them. Wong for the combo team, and 36 for the elite team. No names on their jerseys. Both teams 5 aside. Coincidental penalties. Puck fired in. It's just wide. Kept in by the elite team. Fired around and behind the goal. Hartman with it. Back to the point. And Gardner intercepts that. Chips it over the line. Combo recently came back from a tournament in Dallas where they did not allow a shorthanded goal.
Really?
There we go. And Hartman moves in, takes that shot, and there's a goal for the elite team. Elite team up 1-0 here early in period number 1. Power play goal. No, sorry, they were 5 aside.
Yeah.
They were 5 aside. Yeah.
Now, because they were offsetting, do we get combo get the player out?
No.
Yeah.
Puck chipped in into the Bobcat bench. Into the combo bench. The face-off just outside the, now they're bringing it to center, I think. Or maybe not.
Maybe.
Now they're coming back. Face-off just outside the combo bench.
So the elite team scored, but didn't get a shot on net.
There you go.
Cool.
It's that phantom shot.
Yeah.
Here comes Olsen up through center, coming in on the right side. He dumps it into the corner. Comes back. Olsen fired it right on. Jake Meyer the save. Puck comes back to the point. Dawson fires it back in. Olsen with it along the boards. And here comes the elite team now, up through center, coming up the right side. Danny Cullen with it, backhands it into the zone, goes in behind the Bosny. Letty picks it up there. Sends it around to Oberle. Oberle up to Stewart. Stewart, puck was bobbling on him. He gets it into the zone, no icing here. Olsen's in for the forechecking for the combo team. Both teams changing players. Dawson now back into his own zone for combo, goes across to Jessen. Jessen now up to Wahlberg. Tried to hit Luma. That was intercepted by Kusajewski. Here he comes in. That was misfire there. Lawrence with it. Fires it in. Save and a goal. George gets the rebound. Lawrence fired in to Bosny. The save. Rebound came right out to George and he popped it in. Liam George. So elite team up 2-0. Face off from center. The elite team now has it. Kusajewski with it. Goes cross ice. Yep, Lawrence missed that. Puck goes into behind Nabozny. Bernard picks it up for combo team. Gets it up to Wahlberg. Wahlberg tried to hit Luma with it. Puck is loose at center. And here comes Kusajewski again. Up over the blue line. Coming in on the left side. Sent it through the crease area to the right side. Puck kept in. Puck intercepted by Watts. He just sends it up to his center ice area. And Reed Phillips there. Sent it over to the boards. Phillips with it. This players changing, kind of a congested area around the bench there.
Yeah.
And Elite now just fires it up through the middle. Puck goes off Tenpenny. And Jessen has it now behind his own goal. He gets bodied there by Lawrence. Bannon comes in with it. Passes it over to Bernard. He just missed. Puck goes across to Plazak. Bannon in there as well. He gets bodied by Tenpenny. Bernard trying to dig it out. He gets it. Puck goes around the other side. Tenpenny right out in front. And Plazak was waiting for that one. Elite team, Plazak now with it. Coming out in the right circle. Got a bump in behind the goal, and Jessen tried to clear it, but couldn't, and Bannon picks it up. Sends it up off the boards. Missed Watts with it there. And the Elite team now regrouping their own zone. Coming up through center ice area. That went off a stick. And Plazak comes in offside as Tenpenny was still over the blue line. We'll have a face-off just outside the combo blue line. Just outside, across from their bench. Bannon's out with Gardner and Stipe for the combo team. Elite team fires it into the corner. Lindsay out there. There comes Tenpenny right out. That hits deflected high over the glass into the netting. And we'll have another face-off inside the combo zone. Coming up again to the left of Nabozny. Elite team leading 2-0. 9:50 remaining here, first period. Back to the point, fired in. Nabozny steers it to the side. Smith and Tenpenny go after it. Comes back to the point. Guten tried to fire it in. That had leg. He fires in across the glass. Bounces right out of the front area. Bannon picks it up there. Hits it up to Stipe. Stipe now up over his own blue line. It's Gardner coming in on the left side. He gets over the line, then he's checked. Lindsay sends it back the other way. And Leguten now has it at his own blue line. Goes cross ice. Here comes the Elite team now up over the combo line. Coming in on the right side. That was Krupski. Oberle sends it back to the point. Puck fired in by Phillips. That's tipped by Lindsay, and now here comes Stewart up over his own line. Tried to hit Olsen in the middle, went off Oberle, and here comes Phillips now. To Hartman up over the blue line, top of the circle, fires it in through the crease area. Elite tried to hit Phillips in the middle. Good keep there. Puck in on the right side, Hartman with it, sends it back to the point. Cross ice, low shot in, that goes just wide. Hartman with it again, and behind the goal, right out in front. Puck just to the right of the Bosny. Smith there with it, gets bodied in by Phillips. Stewart in there as well. And
who's in that huddle? Let's see, Smith.
Reed smiling away there. Back to Hartman, fires it in. The Bosny steers that to the corner. Letty tries to get it out, and that is out. And Stewart now picks it up. He's got Olsen. Puck gets rolling ahead on him, and the Elite team now coming up their left side. Phillips can't pick it up, but now the Elite team has it. Back to Hartman, top of the circle. That's deflected by Letty over into the corner. Olsen sends it around in behind, and Letty's going to pick it up there as the combo team regroups. He just fires that down the ice just to get a change, and we'll have icing. Called, and the face-off coming back into the combo zone. Elite team leading 2-0. Looks like we've got Shaq out there with Cullen and Smith for the elite team. We got Wong, Luma, and Wahlberg out for the combo team. Wong wins it back. Bernard now with it for combo. Round the boards to Wahlberg. He tried to clear it out, kept in. That goes just wide. And Wong picks it up there off the boards and out. And elite team chasing it now back into their own zone. And behind the goal, Wahlberg on the forecheck. Luma dumps that back in. And here they come out the weak side now. Cullen now with it up through center. Coming in on the right side, picking up speed. Bernard forcing him wide. Puck comes out through the middle. Wahlberg with it there. He comes up now, up over his own blue line, up through the middle, over the elite line, and then sends it in behind the goal. Elite now with it on their backhand, tried to clear it out. That was intercepted by Olsen. Puck goes flying across the other side and just out over the line. Jessen can't handle it, and here comes Smitty now, come down the left side, top of the circle, and he hit Cullen in the middle, and he made no mistake. Nice one-timer, and he pops it into the net and beats Nabozny on that play, and Elite is now leading 3-0. Nice setup by Smith into Cullen there. Right in his wheelhouse, and he just popped that one in. We have a goaltending change now for the combo team. Braden Hubler coming in. Might see this a few times through this 2-hour long scrimmage.
Yeah. Unofficial, giving everybody a shot.
Puck comes down, gets through Smith, and Lindsay goes after it, picking up for combo team and behind. Sends it across for Gardner. Gardner, puck didn't get to him. And he didn't go get it either. Back to the point. Kazajewski fires a low shot in. Pad save Hubler. That's his first shot on goal. Puck clears the zone. Gardner comes up with it. He's got Watts on his right. Tries to cut through, and that's cleared. Bannon has to wait for Gardner, and
just barely.
Just a little too early, as Gardner was still in the zone. Bannon just ran out of ice there, waiting for Gardner to come out of the zone.
Yeah, he put the brakes on, just couldn't quite stop in time.
Yeah. Stewart in for the draw. He's out there with Olsen and Oberle. Puck comes clear out the other side. Krupski has it and sends it back. Magootin tried to clear it, couldn't. Oberle dumps it back in. Krupski, that's intercepted by Stewart. Wheat tried to come out over their zone. Now puck rolls to center where Dawson has it. Tipped off Letty's stick, and here comes Lawrence now. Coming in on the right side. Gets bodied there by Letty. Oh, Hartman had it go through his stick. Olsen up to Stewart. Stewart now back over along the boards. Gets over the elite blue line. Now it's cleared out. Dawson picks it up there. He has to wait for Olsen to get out. He's now out, and he fires it in right on Jake Meyer, and he ends up holding on to it for a face-off. So we'll have a face-off coming up in the elite zone. Looks like it'll be to the right of Jake Meyer. 5 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Elite team up 3-0. Long out there with Luma on the left and Wahlberg on the right. Luma wins it back, or Wong rather. Smith tips it into the corner. Wahlberg. Wong with it there. He goes through traffic. Wahlberg off the boards to Smith. He just fires it in. That goes off a leg, and
Luma's not. He's getting up slow.
He's getting up real slow.
He took a stick to the back.
Like a cross check, or I missed it?
Yeah, it was kind of behind the stripes.
Bernard puts it in. Loomis heads to the bench.
I'm gonna replay that. Just you kind of, for those watching at home, if you watch up in the upper right corner, you see right here.
Yep, cross check from behind. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he was slow moving.
Play is underway. Elite sends it up on the right side off the stick there. Letty now with it. He clears the zone. Puck bounced over Gardner's stick. And Elite team sends it across the far side. Tenpenny can't get there. Lindsay has it. Off the boards. Tried to hit Letty. Got away from him. Gardner picks it up. He can't clear it. Comes back to Letty. Letty regrouping for the combo team. Sends it across to Lindsay. Lindsay over to Stipe on the right side. He tried to hit Gardner. That goes off a stick. Elite team picks it up. And here they come now, up over center. Good defensive play by Stipe there. Elite team combo team clears it out to center. Hartman sends it in on the right side. Lindsay goes after it to the left of Hubler. Off the boards and not quite out. Kept in by Hartman. Puck right out at the blue line. Puck goes in now. Phillips chases in after it. Letty's going to go after him. Right out in front to number 36. And Gardner now has it. He tried to clear it and does. Phillips couldn't quite keep that in. Or that's Kusajusi, actually. Goes cross ice. Gaucher sends it in. And Letty's going to go after it with Phillips as well. Phillips gets there first. Lindsay now comes in to get it. Tried to get up to Olsen. Along the boards. Kept in by Elite. Hartman fires it in around behind the goal. Letty's going to go after it. Face-off coming up to the... we got Bosny back in. Oh, sorry, I just took a break there trying to identify a couple of the Elite players. Stewart in for the draw.
I didn't even
Puck
notice
goes
the
across
change
to the
back
left
to the
side.
Bosny.
Yep. Watts now with it. Olsen picks it up, coming in on the left side. He gets checked there by Phillips. Phillips sends it across the far side. Here comes Elite now, coming in on their left side. Good speed. Puck hits a stick and goes up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off outside as Hubert fired that one. Oh, no, I guess it went off the combo stick, so it is staying inside. Long out for the draw with Luma and Wahlberg. Luma's back out, so that's good to see. Long gets waved out. Luma comes in. Puck comes back. Dawson with it behind his own goal. He hits Wahlberg with it. He dumps it off the boards. Long tried to clear it out. Puck just inside. Now Wahlberg clears it. And Wahlberg now coming up through the middle. Forced over to the left side. Dumps it to Luma. He takes a shot that hits a foot. And here comes Elite team now. Smitty dumps it for Cullen going in after it and behind the goal. Wahlberg with it now and be in the corner. And here comes the Elite team now, coming up the right side. Steered off by Wong, back to Smith. Smith over to Dawson. Back over to Smith. He kind of fanned on that one, and it's brought back in, and that was offside by the Elite team. Just a minute remaining here in period number 1. Elite team leading 3-0. Face-off coming outside the combo blue line. Fanning out with Stipe and Gardner. Smith and Lindsay back on D. Elite team picks it up off the draw. They fire it in. Hartman with it. Puck fired in. The Mozzie pad save. Steer it to corner. George checked by Lindsay there. Puck goes over to Gardner in the far corner. Smith comes in to help out. Gardner picks it up. You got 30 seconds remaining. Puck clears the zone. And Elite team springs it up. Here comes Lawrence now over the combo line. Fires it in. Bosny, the chest save. And he'll hold on to that for a face-off with just 26 seconds remaining here in the first period. George in for the draw with Lawrence and Hartman for the Elite team. Stewart comes in for the combo team. Hartman back to the point. Cross ice. Kept in by the Elite team. Letty picks it up behind his goal. 17 seconds remaining. Gets spotted by Lawrence. Puck comes right in the middle. Dawson chips it over to Oberle. Lawrence with it in the corner. Letty takes him into the forwards. And here comes Stewart up the right side. Olsen. He's got 3 seconds. Fires it in. Blocker save. And that's it for period number 1. Elite team leading 3-0. We'll be back with the second in just a moment.
So we heard that Jake Meyer likes to dance, so he was actually just jamming. So let's see. Want to shout out to Vinny with Pro Skate. I do run an ad for him, just as a favor, not a paid ad. But I heard something new actually about Vinny and Pro Skate. He is moving in and taking over in the Mesa rinks, so he's gonna shift his business. So right now he runs it out of his garage.
Okay.
And last I heard, he's gonna move it, and he'll be sharpening skates out of the Mesa rink.
Okay. That'll be interesting. I wonder, because I know he's got kind of like a website where you can make appointments and stuff. I wonder if that's still going to be the same, or but just out of the Mesa rink, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Good for him.
Heard that earlier this or last week.
Here comes the Elite team now, up over the blue line, dumps it into the combo zone. Letty in after it. Comes around over to Olsen. He stands on it. Elite team with it, back in the corner. With Zach with it. He loses it. Dawson up to Stewart. Stewart now coming up over center. He drops it for Olsen, and Olsen comes in. Makes a move at the blue line, and we have an offside. Combo team changing players.
That offside's debatable. I don't know. It's not a real game. It's 8:26.
Yeah. How did that happen?
All right, so my clock is wrong. The clock, they probably lined it up to...
to 150 maybe?
Yeah, 150.
Well, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, there's my clock's 9 minutes fast.
And we'll see what happens here. Puck bounces into the elite zone. Puck picked up there, out through to center. Here comes Tenpenny now up over the combo line. Fires it from the left circle, saving a Bosny. Bernard now back in behind his own goal, coming up the right side, off the boards to Wahlberg. He had to circle back and retrieve it. Now sends it up over the open side. Bernard up through the middle, went off long skates. That's cleared into the zone by Watts. Lagutin back to Kuzajuski. Here he comes now. Tries to hit Cullen, except Bernard saw that and intercepted. Justin tried to hit Wahlberg. That was intercepted. Here comes Elite right in. Bosny steers it to the side. Bernard has it in the corner for the combo team, cutting up through in front of his own goal. He loses it just inside the blue line, but Wahlberg picks it up. And here comes Wahlberg up through center, coming in over the right side. Trying to get through Krupski. Fires it, pad save Jake Meyer. Jack loses it in behind. Bannon him in behind the boards. Jack goes down, comes up with a puck, sends it up over to Cullen. Cullen on the right side. Hits Smitty coming in. Smitty up over the center line, up over the blue line, coming in on the left side. And he's checked by Smith. Smitty by Smith. And we are having a hooking penalty here. Smith going off for the elite team. This is interesting. The offensive player taking the penalty.
Yeah.
So the combo team has their first shot at a power play. Stewart in for the draw. He's got Olsen top of the circle. Elite wins it back. Won by Shack. Long gets it first, though. Over to Stewart. Fires it in. That hits a leg. And puck clears just outside the zone, and Dawson goes cross ice to Letty. Letty fires it in from the left side. Puck comes out the left side of the goal. Krupski with it there. On his backhand, kept in by Dawson, fires it in. That misses wide. Puck comes over to Letty. Puck is rolling on him. Dumps it up to Olsen. Olsen on the half boards. He's got Wong in the corner. Back to Olsen. Back to Wong. Back to the middle to Letty. Fires it in. He didn't get all of that one. And he's going to pick it up and dump it in. And we're going to have a tripping penalty here.
I missed that one. Now, who is that on?
That's Olsen getting it.
So,
I think he tripped up Shack there.
let me see. Oh, okay.
Not necessary. I think it was more by mistake, actually. But,
yeah.
But a trip nonetheless, and we'll have a face-off coming back. So we'll be four aside for a little over a minute.
So I think what they're doing is because it's 18-minute periods, I think they just split them in half and they did 9.
Oh, that could be it.
9.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm just going to keep my clock as it is, and because I'm pretty sure we get the full 18.
Bernard now coming up the left side. He gets bodied in by Hubert. Puck goes back into Jessen, who tips it back for Bernard. Elite comes up with the puck right through the middle, fires it in, and he scores. Nice play there, left all alone in the deep slot. And puck came in, and he fired it in, and the Elite team is up 4-0.
We've got our Connor Bedard fan in the chat.
Gardner comes in over the blue line. Puck was cleared by Hubert. Here he comes down the right side now with good speed. Cuts towards the middle. Drops it back to the left point. Plays scrambling, comes back to the point. Goes across to the other side for top of the circle. That's Bannon got a stick on that one. Goes back into the corner. Playing 4-on-4 right now. Elite with it. moves in, steps in, puck goes wide. Jessen tried to get it in the corner. Puck bounced high over Bernard's stick. Bernard sends it back, reverses it, and here comes Jessen now. Got caught up in the referee's skates, and the puck is out on the right side and just out. Bannon now picks it up, coming down the left side. He dodges a check. And Elite now comes up over to Phillips. He goes back into his own zone.
Elite's on the power play now.
Bannon intercepts. Comes right in, fires it in. Oh, just over the goal. Good chance there. Puck comes in. And here comes Phillips now coming up over the combo line. Fires it in to Bosney the save. Puck in the corner. Lindsay in there battling against Phillips. Phillips sends it back to the left D. Moves into the top of the circle. Sends it back to the other D. Kusajewski fires it in. That goes off Gardner's stick to the corner. Puck goes in behind. Elite team with it.
Both teams back at full strength.
Kusajewski back into the right side. Fired in by Phillips. That's blocked by Smith. And here comes Gardner. He's got Olsen rather, out of the box. Olsen on his backhand. No, that is Stipe. Good battle in the corner. What comes out the left side? Kusajewski sends it up, kept in by Oberle. And here comes Kusajewski now up the left side. He hits Phillips on the right, up over the blue line. Returns it, backhander. Good save to Bosney. Puck goes into the corner. And Elite have it now on the left side. Send it back to the left point. He moves in, fires a low shot. That's tipped. And that one finds its way into the back of the goal, and the Elite team are up 5-0.
Oh, we got a good compliment from somebody watching from Europe.
Cool. Where in
Thank
Europe,
you.
do they say? Tenpenny in for the draw. Stewart wins it back. Letty now in front of his own goal. Off the boards out to Luma. That's intercepted by Krupski. And Luma now sends it right into the middle. And that was retrieved by Dawson. Coming out to Luma. He just tips it back to the point. Luckily that just bounced over the line. And comes Luma now cutting through the middle. He gets tripped. And we're going to have a penalty, I believe, to Krupski for tripping. Luma was picking up good speed coming up over the Elite line. And that's where the trip occurred. So the face-off coming into the Elite zone to the right of Jake Meyer. Combo team will have another chance on the power play.
Keep hoping to catch him dancing again. Oh, Serbia.
Serbia.
That's awesome.
There we go. Gardner with it, back into Luma. Luma sends it back to Gardner. Back to Bernard. Back to Gardner, top of the circle. Fires it in. Luma tries to jam it on the short side. Good stop by Jake Meyer there. And Elite team comes out the right side, and Wahlberg picks it up, goes across to Bernard. Bernard off Gardner into the Elite zone. Elite goes cross ice D to D, and now they come out the right side. Puck steered into the middle. Elite now coming in on the right side. Tried to bring it right out in front. The Bosney steered that back and behind. And Olsen with it. Gets Luma coming through the middle. Luma up over the blue line. He tried to center it, and Wahlberg wasn't quite there yet. And here comes Tenpenny now. He's checked by combo team, and Stipe now has it. Back to Bernard. Just under a minute remaining in the power play for the combo team. Olsen over to Gardner, fires it in, and Jake Meyer the save. So another face-off with 40 seconds remaining on the combo power play. Tested Jake Meyer a couple of times on this one.
Yeah, we're up to actually 9 shots on net. To 19, but catching up.
Puck goes in behind the goal. Lagutin with it. He backhands it up to Smith. Gets by Letty. Here comes Cullen in on the right side. Cuts into the middle. Fires it. And Bosny makes the good save. Nice move there by Cullen moving in. Good control and speed cutting into the middle. 25 seconds remaining in the combo power play. Face off to the left of Nabosny. Combo win it back. Letty over to Dawson. Dawson tried to hit Stewart. That was intercepted. And Stewart comes back with it now. Up over his own blue line. Tried to hit Wong on the line. His stick is chopped out of his hands by Kusajewski, and he's going to get a slashing penalty. At least he didn't break the stick.
Yeah.
All the parents wince every time something like that happens.
Yeah. Replay of that.
Face off coming up to the left of Jake Meyer. Luma in for the draw. He's got Stipe and Gardner.
Just a reminder for those watching at home, the clock will stop at 9 o'clock for an intermission and an ice cut.
Wahlberg back with 40 seconds in the period before the cut. Here comes Luma now. He missed on his pass, and Krupski clears that out, goes right back to Nabosny. He clears it out to Bernard.
That
First it off the boards, but not out. And Bernard now tried to clear it. Could not. And Wahlberg has it back. Goes cross ice. It's Luma coming in the middle off Gardner's stick.
We are back to 4-on-5. That first elite penalty was up, and they're going to let the clock.
Going to let it run, yeah. And we'll have the ice cut, I guess. So we will back. Elite team leading 5-0. Kusajewski has a minute and 11 seconds remaining in his penalty, and that's how we'll start when we resume after the ice cut. So we'll see you soon.
All right, I'm going to quickly set up a highlight reel so you don't have to stare at the probably 5 minutes? Halftime. We'll be back. We'll be back in a few minutes. I'll run some highlights for you real quick. All right. Let's see if this works. There you go. We'll run intermission and watch some highlights. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're back. I don't know when that when my timer ran out, but for those watching at home, we're back. They just got back on the ice. My 8-minute timer was a best guess. So sorry about that, but the teams are back on the ice, and hopefully enjoyed the highlights. What's that?
I didn't mess with it.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have. I could teach you how to do it.
I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do to mess with it. Other than maybe unplug it.
Sir.
All right, when we restart, looks like we've got a new goalie for the elite.
Yeah.
9 minutes on the clock. Combo teams starting off with a minute 11 on their power play.
So we do. We've got Milken in for the elite team.
And Hubler.
Hubler down at the far end. Like you say, 9 minutes on the clock. Couple of combo players just coming on the ice. Going across to the bench. And we will be ready to, I don't know, what period do we say this is?
It's the second half of the second. Is
There
how
you
got
go.
it marked, yeah.
There you go. Combo team starting with the power play. Puck comes over to the weak side, and Krupski fires it in, goes in behind. Gardner's going to pick it up on the far side, sends it back in for Bernard. Bernard now over to Wahlberg. Olsen up off the boards, just out over the line, and Bernard now picks it up. Bernard up over center, coming in on the right side, on his backhand. Sends it back to the point. That's intercepted. Luma, good keep there. Puck bouncing. Goes into the corner. Lagutin there with it. Brings it over to Krupski. Krupski up to Hartman. And he sends it up to Hubert.
Ooh.
Bernard just missed him there. Hubert's got it in behind the goal. He reverses. Got 18 seconds remaining on the penalty. And here comes Bernard now, up through center, over the elite blue line, fires it in off Lagutin's stick, right to Milken. And he's going to hold on. And with 4 seconds remaining on the penalty, we'll have a face-off in the elite zone to the left of Milken.
So they reset the shots on net.
They sure did, didn't they?
So I'm going with mine. We've got 10 to 20.
Yours is more accurate, yeah. Stewart in for the draw for the combo team. He's out with Wong and Olsen.
Oh, they also reset the scoreboard. We're back to 0-0.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. But not the penalty, so go figure.
I think it's... Who's in there running the clock? It's Kim.
I think you might be right.
I'll have to give her a hard time.
Olsen fired that just wide.
Oop.
Fleet with it, now back behind their own goal. And bump. And Wong pokes at it, and here comes Elite now. Up through center ice area, up over the combo line. Puck fired wide. Kept in on the right side. Puck fired in, right on. Hubler the save. Puck comes out in front. Goes over the left D, and that comes out over the line. Wong hits his man there.
Are we back to full strength?
We are. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't see any.
Yeah, we are. So I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard there.
Okay.
Maybe she didn't know how to clear it.
I don't know. Okay. I thought we were clear, and I look up, and the clock's still ticking with a penalty, so I don't know. I'm not going to give them a hard time. There are team moms.
Yep. So I believe we have till 3, right? The ice.
Yeah.
So we got about 50 minutes. Face off to the left of Milcan in the elite goal. Puck goes back. Lawrence chips it up off the board. Wahlberg fires it back in. That goes right along the dasher.
Oh, there was a
That-
penalty. Yes.
There was, yeah. So a real penalty, not the one there. Now the old one just expired
Yes.
on the board at least.
The old board penalty, whatever that was.
Kusajewski clears the zone. Puck rolling out through center. Bernard picks it up there. So combo team on the power play. Here comes the elite team over the line, dump it in around behind Hubler. Elite team comes up with it. Kusajewski fires it back in around the other side, and Bernard's going to pick it up there. Gardner tried to clear the zone, couldn't. Puck goes in behind Hubler again, and Wahlberg has it. Wahlberg tried to hit Gardner through the middle. That misses, goes for icing. We'll have a face-off to the left of Hubler.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what was
Stewart
going
in
on.
for the draw. Dawson now with it in the right corner. Here comes Stewart now up over the blue line and on the left side. Fires it in right on. And Lennon holds on to that. So Shack and Smith chilling up front for the elite team with Lagutin and Krupski back on D. Face off to the left of Milken. Puck goes back to Letty. Letty into Wong, top of the circle, fires it in. That hits Lagutin. He winced on that one. Stewart now has it. Back to the point to Dawson. Dawson goes around his man. Fires it in. Oh, and Olsen almost potted that one in. Good setup by Dawson.
Just off the
One
side
timer
of the
just missed. Puck loose just along the boards. Stewart out to Wong. Right in front. Milcan the save. Puck is loose into the behind the goal. Smith tries to clear it out. Took a weird bounce. Goes to Shack. Shack now coming up the right side over the blue line. He gets knocked down by Letty.
Oh, he is not feeling
And
good.
Not sure what that penalty was for. Cross-checking?
Is that
That's what it's
Shacker?
called. Yeah. He went down heavily into the boards.
I'm gonna replay it and see if I can.
He's coming off though now.
Yeah.
Appears to be okay. Definitely got taken in heavily there by Letty. So the face-off coming up to the left of Hubler. So now the elite team will have the power play. Let's see, over to the left side, fired in and right in the top left corner. Beautiful shot there, right from the left point. And that took all of 6 seconds.
That was a quick power play.
Yep. Beautiful shot from the left point. Shack's back out there for the draw. Comes Smith now up over the line. Puck comes right into Hubler, and he holds on. And a little face-off coming up in the combo zone to the right of Hubler.
While they reset, for anybody that didn't see it, I'm still looking for volunteers to come help me with the Alice Cooper event. So it's a Hoopstock 2025. It's like a Woodstock style open air concert, and I just need help people to come help maintain sanity. Yes, it's there's different sections depending on the wristband that you've got, and the volunteer role is literally just keeping people in the right section. And you get to watch a free Alice Cooper and Friends concert at Everdale, March 15th. So, anybody interested, reach out. Was that icing?
Yes. So we will have the face-off coming up to the right of Hubler. Elite has just over a minute remaining on the power play. Hubert in for the draw. Scrum of players. Puck comes back.
Oh no, the power play ended. It's still on the clock.
Well, hang on.
From when they scored.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to stop looking at the board. Comes Hubert. Fires a shot. Puck goes off Hubler to the right side. Here comes Wong now down the right side. Gets around his D-man. And Elite now coming out of their own zone. Here comes Hubert with it. Sends it across ice. Being on the right side. Send it in around behind Hubert. Hubler. There's Huber and Hubler.
Yeah.
Puck along the boards. Wong comes up with it. Goes in behind the goal. Sends it around the boards. Comes to the right D. Puck fired in. That goes off a leg. Goes in behind. Hubert with it. Back. Right in front. Right off Hubler's chest. And he puts a glove on it, so there's no rebound on that one. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the second half of the second period. And since the ice cut, Elite is up 1-0. I believe they had 6 in the first half.
So we did get a pronunciation correction for the goalie in the Elite.
Yeah, it's Mikan, right?
Mikan.
Yes, I know. I realized that just a couple of minutes ago. I caught myself. Thank you for that. Elite now with it in the corner. Send it back to the lefty. Hopped out over the line. Elite team regrouping inside their own zone. Kusujewski goes cross ice. Puck goes in. Letting in after it. Takes his man in. And I think he's going to get a roughing call here.
Watch the replay on that one. Who was that went down?
Not sure if it's a 66 jersey. I don't know if that's Plazak. He's up now. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. They're going with roughing?
Don't want any injuries in this game.
No.
Face-off coming up to the left of Hubler. Elite with the power play. Discussion going on at the combo bench with the other referee. Not sure what that's all about, but
That's the right state.
Yeah.
We're ready to go here. Timpany in for the draw for Elite. Lindsay gets it in behind, over to Smith. Tries to clear it, kept in at the point. Cross ice to Kusujewski in the middle, fires it in. And Hubler gets the glove on that one.
Oh, they found the volume.
They did, didn't they? Smith now with it, coming out of his own zone on the short-handed. He gets taken down by Tenpenny. Puck comes around. Oh, Bannon lost an edge in the corner.
Ooh.
Here comes Kusajusi back the other way. He's intercepted, and Bannon is still way inside the zone.
Wow, way. That didn't look.
He's holding his right ankle.
Yeah.
He just lost an edge going into the corner. So we'll have a face-off outside the elite blue line. Krupski with it, goes cross ice to Lagutin. Lagutin up on the left side, hopped over Lawrence stick, and Bernard now has it for the combo team. Off the boards and out, and that rolls all the way down, and that'll be icing with Watts and Lagutin chasing that one down. So the elite team still has the power play for another minute 14.
Okay. And it's a real power play. It's not a talk power play.
Yeah. I counted the players first just to make sure. Puck just hops over the blue line there. Up to over Lagutin. Into the middle to Hartman. He's into the corner. Back to the point. Cross ice to the left side. Back to the right side. Fires it in. That hits a leg. And puck is just kept in. Lawrence now with it. Fires it. Right on. And Bubler is going to hold on to that one for another face-off with 40 seconds remaining in the penalty to Letty of the combo team. Wahlberg comes out now for combo. Replace Watts. Goes in behind, elite team with it. Goes back to the left point, fires it across to the right side. Intercepted by Stewart. He pokes it down the ice into the elite zone. 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. Lagutin hits George up through the middle. George just missed Lawrence with a pass. Puck goes in, and that'll go for icing with 10 seconds remaining in the penalty, 14 in the period. We'll have the penalty down to the left of Mikan in the elite goal. Throws it back, Wahlberg right on. Bad save, Mikan. Gooten cleared it out. Puck along the boards. 4 seconds remaining in the period. Penalty is over. And that'll do it for period number 2. We'll be back with the third period in just a moment. No ice cut this time.
We are back for the third and final period. 18 minutes. Had to check because it initially said 12.
All right, we're ready for the third period to begin. And here comes the elite team over the combo blue line. Checked there by Wong. Wong sends it around behind the goal. Wahlberg picks it up, sends it into the middle. Letty back over to the boards. Dawson flips it out, and elite chases it now down into their own zone. That's being waved off. Luma in there. Wong comes in as well. Elite clears it up to center. Dawson now with it, waiting for his teammates to get on side. Fires it into the zone and behind the goal. Comes out the other side. Wong overskated it. Letty keeps it in. And here comes Cullen now for his own blue line. Got Smith on the right side, on the left side rather. Smith comes in the zone. Checked by Dawson and Wahlberg. And here comes Wong now. Chips it out. Over to Loom on the left side. Cutting in, fires a shot. That goes wide. And here comes Elite now. Good pass up through the middle. Goes off Cullen's stick. Rolls into the corner. Lindsay after it. Wahlberg picks it up behind his own goal. Checked by Smith. Smith now fires it in. Hubler to save. Puck comes right out. Lindsay with it. Fires it off the glass. Back to Kusajewski. Goes across D, and that was off Bannon's stick. He's back out there. That's good to see. And elite team now. Firing it down to Lindsay back in the combo zone. He sends it across ice for Smith. Smith tried to hit Wahlberg with it. Puck loose in the middle. And elite team was just offside. Bannon's back out with Stipe and Gardner. Moving the face-off over to the right of Hubler. Just outside the blue line. Kusajewski hits Hubert coming through the middle. Lindsay fires that back to Gardner. He gets around Kusajewski. Hits Stipe with it. Stipe has it in the corner. Puck goes around the far side. Elite now coming out from behind their own goal. Tried to get it out the weak side. Kept in by Lindsay. Fires that one in. Goes wide. And elite team now coming out through their own zone. Kusajewski on the left side. Comes Hartman. Tried to hit George with it. That missed. Or Hubert, actually. Bannon checks him. Kusajewski has it in the corner. Sends it back to the right D or to the left D. Steps in, fired in. Blocker save Hubler. Puck is in the corner. Hit back. Hubert with it now in the corner. He steered back in. Back to the left D. Moved across. Gauthier the shot. That hits Bannon. He fires it out. And goes off for a change. Puck rolls into the corner. Gardner on the forecheck. And Kusajewski loses it. Fired right on. Mike can the save. And he holds it long enough that we'll have a face-off coming up to his right.
I wasn't sure if we had a broken stick on the ice or if it was just dropped. Looked like, I think it was just dropped. I was.
We don't want any more broken sticks.
Nope.
Hard on the pocketbook. Jessen fires it in. Mike in the save, and another face-off. Do it all over again to his right.
Yeah, kind of held off following the puck because I was waiting to see what's going on with that stick.
Here comes Elite now over the blue line. Bump. Tried to hit Plazak in the middle. Tenpenny along the boards. Bump in with it. It's it back to right D. Sends it back into the corner. Tried to. That was intercepted by Oberle. Puck dumped out to center ice. Krupski now with it, goes across ice. And elite team fires it in, and that'll be icing. And coming back into the elite end. So 14 minutes remaining here in period number 3. Wahlberg right on. Stopped by Mikan. Face off again. Comes out towards the boards. Dawson steps in. Backhands it into the middle. Puck comes back out where he vacated, and Wong is there covering as centerman. Here he comes up, tried to hit Dawson, who was up there, but that was intercepted by Shack. Cullen sends it into the middle for Smith. That's intercepted by Dawson, but him and Smith trade the puck back and forth. Now Wahlberg with it fires it in, and Mikan makes a nice stop there and holds on. And there was no rebound on that play. Well, the face-off coming up in the elite zone to the left of Mikan. Wong takes the draw, wins it back to Wahlberg. It's back to Dawson. He misfired, but Wong picks it up just inside the line. Cuts towards the middle. Drops it off to Leddy. Leddy fires a low shot in, pad save, and Mikan covers up with his glove on that, and we'll have a face-off to his right this time.
Increasing that shot count this third period. I'm liking it.
Wahlberg back, fires it in. Oh, off the post. Puck goes all the way down just to the left of Hubler. And we'll have a face-off coming back into the elite zone. Face-off coming up to the left of Mikan. Long in for the draw for the combo team. Got Wahlberg at the top of the circle. See if he can win it back there. Conversation with the other official over at the combo bench. And we're ready to drop the puck. Comes back, Wahlberg fires it off a stick, goes into the corner. Battling along the boards. Kuzijuski now with it, sending him behind the goal. Up to Lawrence, he fires it through the middle. Tried to hit Phillips with it. And combo team changing players. Face-off coming out just outside the elite blue line. Across from the benches.
Had somebody ask if that deflection off the post was in. I want to say yes, but the refs say no.
Here comes Gardner. Gardner still has it. Good keep there by Smith into the corner. Stipe with it. Tried to hit Gardner with it. And here comes Lawrence now coming down the left side. He runs into traffic there, and Gardner picks it up. He gets knocked off the puck. Smith comes up with it. It's through the middle. And the puck was just out as Gardner fired it back in, and his teammates are offside, so we will have a face-off coming outside the elite blue line.
Just replaying some of that collision there. It's getting pretty physical.
Yeah, there's about 3 guys went down on that last one.
You know, I was talking about Vinny earlier. He's standing just to your right. I think, isn't that Vinny?
I don't know that I've seen Vinny, so Hubler the stop.
It is Vinny. I'll get clarification on the Mesa. Or the Mesa move that I heard the rumor for Pro Skate. It's not Vinny. Oh, all right. My bad.
Puck goes off netting above the glass.
Wow.
And drops out.
Into the stands.
Face off coming outside the elite line.
No,
Bring it all the way in. Wong is going to take the draw. I think it's Plazak on the other side. He gets tossed out. Wong wins it back. Wahlberg gets a shot at it. Puck goes in behind the goal. The team now coming out their left side. Hartman dumps it up. Heading through the middle, fires it in. Glove save, Hubler. A face-off in the combo zone. Left of Hubler. Comes back to the elite defenseman, keeping it into the corner. Elite now with it. Hartman with it. Circles back. Gets bodied into the boards. Comes back to the right D. He just fires it wide.
Who's down?
And Wong was down. He's back up now. Appears to be okay.
Penalty?
Looks like, I think Hartman might be going. Yeah, he is.
You see the call?
I think roughing. A little bit behind the play there. So combo team has a power play. Dawson facing it back to his own blue line. Goes across ice to Letty. Letty up through the middle. That didn't connect. Although Stewart picks it up, comes in, fires it in. Blocker save, goes into the corner. Olsen with it. Back to Wong. Wong cutting through traffic, sends it back over to the boards. Olsen back to the left D. Letty with it. Moves to the middle. Tried to set up Stewart for a one-timer. That didn't connect. And Dawson sends it across ice. And now it's out. Plays scrambly just outside the line. Stewart brings it back in. Tries to cut to the middle. Goes in behind the goal. It's Wong with it. Wong clears it right out in front. And elite team now coming up their left side. Penny with it. Just fires it in onto Hubler, and Letty now picks it up, coming out behind his own goal. He's got Dawson on the right side. Letty now coming up through center. Over the blue line, drops it back. Olsen fires it. Goes into the corner along the boards. Elite team clears it down the ice. Stipe lost an edge, and puck goes all the way down.
Is it skate?
Or icing. There seemed to be something on the bottom of his skate or something.
Yeah.
Still got his runner.
All right. Yeah, he's
Just clearing them off. It's like he lost his edge, got up, and lost it again.
Yeah, I thought maybe he broke a blade or something.
Face off to the left of Mikan. Back to Bernard. Cross ice to Wahlberg. One-timer just wide. Puck comes through the crease. Gardner in the corner, dumps it in behind. And here comes Elite now with it up off the boards. Kept in by Bernard. And now they clear the zone. Smith trying to get it there for the Elite team, and Wahlberg picks it up for a combo. It's Bernard coming down the right side. He gets bumped. And puck is just inside the zone. Kept in by Bernard. He takes it into the corner. Puck gets in the referee's skates. And
Wait, both teams back at full strength. I missed that.
yes. Bernard bodies his man. Wahlberg gets there. Clears it across to Gardner. Gardner now up to Stipe. And Kusijewski now has it over on the right side to Cullen. He gets knocked in the boards by Bernard. Puck goes in. Smith after it with Wahlberg. Bernard comes up with it. And he gets it up to Oberle. Oberle tries to headman it to Gardner instead of his reach. 8 minutes remaining. Here comes the Elite teams. Puck goes past Smith. On the Elite team, Smith for the combo picks it up. He loses an edge behind the goal. Shack with it. Off the boards, back to Leguten. Leguten across ice. Puck fired in, low shot. It's tipped right in front. I believe it was Smitty got a stick on that one, yes. And that went in on Hubler to his left. And Elite gets another goal. Face off at center. Banner with Oberle and Watts. Cullen, Shack, and Smith up front for the Elite team. Here comes Cullen down the right side. Bodied in by Watts. Watts clears it up through the middle. Oberle with it. Coming down the left side. Dumps it in. Mikan steers it to the left. Puck goes in behind. Oberle with it. Elite sends it around the boards. Kept in by Smith. Chips it in. Bannon tried to hit Oberle with it. That was intercepted. And here comes the Elite team down the left side. Leguten gets hit there by Smith. Watts sends it around and out. And that will go down the ice and will be icing called against the combo team. Just under 7 minutes remaining here, third period. George in for the draw for the Elite team. Out there with Lawrence and Phillips. Dawson picks it up to Olsen. Olsen now coming up through center. Over to Oberle on the left side. Oberle drops it for Olsen. Tries to cut through the middle. He loses it there. And Phillips now coming back up the right side. Dumps the puck around Letty. Here comes George after it. Centered it right through the crease. Puck is still loose. Puck in the skates now. Hits Lawrence on the shoulder. Oberle comes up with it and hits the referee as it just gets out. And
That one hit the bench?
Phillips was just inside, I think, before it was shot back in.
It's kind of a crazy series of events. Good on Hubler for.
Yeah, there was a lot of whacking, puck bouncing around there.
Yeah.
Like Olsen is coming off here. I didn't see what happened there. Seems to be okay. Comes back to Letty. Letty going back into his own zone. He reverses. Off Luma, off the boards. He's got Wong in the middle. Tried to hit Wahlberg on the right side. Puck was tipped into the corner. Elite team battling for it with Wahlberg back there. Wong picks it up. Tries to cut through the middle. Puck is still loose in the middle. Puck comes back to Letty. Sends it back to Dawson. Back to the corner. Letty now comes back to his D position. Elite team now with it. Lawrence cutting through the middle. Picked up by Wahlberg. He gets bodied there, and Lawrence has it now, coming back the other way. Tried to hit Hubert with it. Luma now with it. He's got some time. Luma sends it over to Wahlberg. Wahlberg up to Wong. Wahlberg tried to tip it back to Jessen. Now he gets it there. Wahlberg through the middle over to the left side. Bernard there. Couldn't get it out. Wong picks it up. Puck is rolling. Passes ahead of Jessen. Jessen off the boards behind the goal to Bernard. Bernard gets hit. And Gardner has it to Wong. And here comes Stipe now, coming down the right side over the blue line. He's steered wide. Still got it. Then he loses it in behind the goal. Elite team now coming out their left side, off the boards and out. And Gardner now on the left side coming in. He gets tripped. I think we're having a tripping penalty against the Elite team.
I caught the tail end of that.
And Shaq may be going, I'm not sure. Yes. Packard going off. Tripping call. So with 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third, combo team goes on the power play. Face-off coming up to the right of Mikan. Luma runs it over to the corner. Elite team sends it in behind the goal. They fire it around the boards, but not out. Up comes back to Wahlberg. Over to Bernard. Bernard cuts into the middle. Over to Gardner from the circle. Fires it in. Puck right in front. Oh, good chance there. Puck was bouncing, and Bernard now has it. Hits Gardner. Gardner sends it in around behind the goal. Stipe chasing after it. Kuzujuski reverses it back. Gardner picks it up. He loses it through the middle. Bernard steps in to keep it in. Puck goes around behind the goal. Elite team now clears it off the boards and out, and that'll go all the way down, and that'll be icing. And there's just over a minute remaining in the penalty. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the period.
Watching that chance again, that was a great opportunity for the combo team. Puck was right in the crease there.
Face off to the right of Mikan. Comes out of the zone. Dawson after it. Back through center over to Letty. Letty. It's Stewart on the right side. Bannon comes up with it, cutting it through the middle. Right through the crease, and Mikan covers that up. And we'll have a face-off coming up to his left. Just under a minute remaining in the penalty. To the Elite team. Bannon has it in the corner. Puck goes in behind. Wong has it. Sends it back to Bannon. Back to Wong. Wong back to Letty. Back to Wong. Fires it in. Puck goes to surround. Stewart back to Dawson. Dawson into Bannon. Bannon right in. Fires it. And Mikan the stop. Good puck work there by the combo team. They were working it on the outside and then were able to get it into the middle. Puck was fired right on goal. Mikan was there with the save.
We call it a timeout.
Looks like we have a timeout.
$26 seconds.
Yes.
I guess we still have 13 minutes left on the ice. I think we've got till 3 o'clock local time.
Right.
So
the 257 really is not coming into play necessarily. Or does it? Why else would we be having the timeout?
yeah.
And they're probably calling it timeout based on what's on the scoreboard clock.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We may go into a fourth period, or we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
Do have the ice until 3 p.m. So there's just under 2:57 showing on the scoreboard. 26 seconds remaining in the penalty, and Hubler has come to the bench for the combo team.
So we've got an empty net.
Yes. So it looks like they're playing to the scoreboard clock anyways. Justin fires it in behind the goal. Stewart goes after it. Back to Dawson. Toss to Jessen. Jessen fires it in. That hits a elite player's leg, and Jessen gets back with it. Sends it across to Dawson. Dawson. And Bannon picks it up in his own zone. Now he's up over the blue line. Pass over to Stewart on the right side. And over the line. Dumps it back to Dawson. Gets to the middle. Fires it in. Save Mikan. Right in the crease area. Another save. Good chance by Letty. And here comes the elite team. They dump it just off the boards, and that'll roll down. And that'll be called for racing. So penalty has expired. See if Hubler comes back. Yes, he does. The Bobcats were just trying to get a goal there with the extra attacker. Well, no, Hubler's hopping back over the boards again.
Oh.
So Bobcats with the empty goal. Puck comes back. Wahlberg cross ice to Bernard. Fires it right on. Mike in the save. And no rebound there as he covers that one up nicely. So the faceoff coming up to his left this time. 2:06 showing on the score clock. Elite team fires it down the ice, and that was tipped, so no icing. Bernard with it. Jack on him. And Gardner overskates it. Who's going to come up with it? Bernard comes up with it. He's up through center now. Dumps it in over the blue line. Puck goes in behind the goal. Gardner's in there. Zajewski as well. Oberle kept in by, Bernard just let it out. Sends it back to Wahlberg. Wahlberg off the boards to Stipe. Stipe sends it in deep into the zone. Minute and a half remaining. Combo team with the empty net. Puck fired down off Wahlberg, and that goes wide. Wahlberg lost it in his feet. Gets around Smith, and Wahlberg has it now. Sends it over to Oberle on the left side. Oberle up through center. Over the blue line. Sends it over to Stipe. Stipe fires it in right on goal. Stopped by Mikan, and elite team clears it down the ice. Lindsay has it in his own zone. Empty net down in the combo zone. Wahlberg through the middle. He's still got it. Now Shack has it. Sends it back to Kuzajewski. He goes in behind his own goal. Wong forechecking. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Smith sends it down the ice, and that'll go for icing as Phillips and Wahlberg chase that one down.
Combo team doing a great job with the back checks, especially given the empty net.
Yeah, there hasn't been any good scoring opportunities with the empty net. And it remains empty with 26 seconds to go. Face off down in the elite zone to the left of Mikan. Puck is in the face-off circle. Letty in there. He's into the corner with it. Elite team tries to clear it. Puck kept in by Wong. 9 seconds remaining. Now the puck fires down, and that might go. And it does.
It does.
And that time just expires. There was less than 1 second remaining. And so I guess at 2:53, they'll probably just call it at that.
Yeah.
Boys have had a good chunk of ice time, that's for sure.
You can see they're kind of gassed.
Yep.
All right, so I've got total shots on goal 37 to 36, actually. Came in pretty balanced.
I think the lead had more in the first half and maybe
Yeah.
turned a little bit in the last half.
Yep.
Players go through the handshake lines. So a nice scrimmage today.
Yeah.
Better than a regular practice. As the teams prepare for a couple more regular season games, perhaps. I know the Combo have 2 more.
I think.
And then the playoffs coming after that.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. I know I say this every time, but if you haven't already, do the subscribe thing, the like and subscribe thing for the YouTube algorithms. I'm over 800 subscribers, so trying to hit 1,000.
Sweet.
Stay tuned for highlights.